Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1, and we're gonna play a little Bloodline today, and I hope you're excited about that. Step number 1, switch to live chat. I know you're all gonna tell me to do that, and I have already done it. You might know that. Now does my transition work? I've been messing with things. I've been changing it and trying to make it good. Whether or not it's actually good, we may never know. We may literally never know. Hopefully, my face is not stretched out and it's actually streaming to the right proportions that it's supposed to. I had to fix that last time. It might happen this time too. It might just happen this time too. Now you may know that I've been talking a lot on my Discord about female Lionstone, and wouldn't you know it, she just got her fancy skin. It's like they're telling me, hey bro, chill. Let us enjoy our thing. But I don't enjoy it personally. Let me tag everybody in Discord and say I'm streaming. I'm streaming on YouTube now. You know what? Come say hi. Smiley face. There you go. I did it. I did it for you. Hello, friend. I do not know how to read your name, but I appreciate you stopping in. Sorry for my ignorance. My ignorance is vast and unmatched. I hope the music is not too loud. I just wanted to chill with some music. If it is too loud, I can turn it down. I can always do that. It's been like a week since I've played anything in the game. I got a little annoyed with them. Not gonna lie to you, I got a little upset. Miranda, what up, girl? How you doing? How you been? I still have not gotten my card companion, but I'm super close. I just have to complete an expedition. So we're gonna start off by doing that. That's the very first thing that we're gonna start doing. You've got the big news. What's the big news? I can't wait to hear it. Happy news, I'm sure. We'll put them in that order. You got the Strix Garrett's. It's been a long time coming. You've only wanted it for a year. It's only been a year long. I guess it doesn't really matter where I put these level 1 characters. We'll just click them in there and do the thing. No big. We'll even put a Sally Horn in there. That's how little we care about these ones. Just give them the old Sally Horn treatment. That'll work. Nice, the old companion exchange. You'll love to see it. You have wanted her for so long, I recall. I do remember. Now I got the plague of red dots, and we've got to take care of that. What are they giving me here? A new outfit? I already know I've got these outfits. Use guys. Miranda, how's the music? Is it too loud? Can you hear it at all? I just wanted to chill. Hashtag chill vibes. You feel me? I'm sure there are quests available. Now, when I stopped playing on this server a little bit, there was never any quests available, but now, yay! Alright. Alright, okay, chill. I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to have to go there, but here I am. It's perfect. I did it. Alright, I need to party with my ladies. Hey, lady! Next step is I'm going to collect my guild bonuses. I don't know. I don't remember the order that I used to do things. I used to have like a whole strategy set in stone, and I did it every time, and it was wonderful. Now, I just click the red stuff. Red stuff, go away. Tired of your dots, and I missed the chest. I'm tired of it, you hear me? No wonder I missed it. It didn't say there were any there. It's not my fault. I promise. It's gonna reset in less than an hour. Beautiful. I thought it was 2 hours. I'm pretty sure it used to be 7 o'clock here that things reset, but it's been too long for me. So I will trust you in this. That is exactly what I'll do. They always trick you. They're like, you should level this up. No, you shouldn't. You should level these up 5 at a time. Don't listen to them. They're trying to trick you. Don't let them trick you. I gotta make sure all of these are in order. Because, you know what? I may have changed some things here and there. And what I did was I changed around my dudes, and then I didn't make sure that my districts were right. And that is a mistake. That is a mistake that I have made. Not too much of a loss, though, fortunately. Alright. Now, Valley of Conquerors, can you be signed up for currently? No. No, I missed the boat. We need to wait an hour and a day. So I guess you're right about the hour. You are correct. I don't know why I thought it was different than that. Maybe it's a daylight savings time thing. Could be. Man, I have not listened to all of this music, by the way. I just put it on because I wanted something royalty-free that I could actually have on a stream without getting in trouble. And it's pretty good. I feel chill. It's working. It's like taking a chill pill. I know, it's a bunch of clicking on red stuff, but that's what we're here for. That and to talk. So tell me what's been on your mind. The Pokemon lo-fi music? I don't think I could get away with that. If it's Pokemon themed, it's probably cutting it close. Although this might be, and I just might not know. I don't know. If I get in trouble, what do I care? What, are they going to yell at me? I'm an adult. Can't hurt my feelings. I'll just do it again. What, are you going to ban me from YouTube? It's Kimberly! I don't know anything about the next clan. Maybe I should look at that. I haven't been paying attention to anything. I quit playing World of Warcraft. And all sorts of other stuff. I was playing the finals. I quit playing the finals because it's loaded with cheaters. And that was depressing. And I realized, you know what? I'm having a difficult time having fun with anything. And of course it's going to be Samir. Of course it's Samir. I love those guys. But I can't be summoning. Can't do it. Even though I want it. You look like the 4th of July. It makes me want a hot dog real bad. Anybody know what that's from? I know Kimberly does. She's hip. She's with it. I need to buy some more slots. I was working on intimacy, and that's what made me mad at the game. Let's have the chat. Let's just do it now. This is what made me not play for a week. Here I am. Barbecue sauce on my titties. Saving up my diamonds so that I can get my Mythic Trevane, because what should you do as a first priority? You should get a Mythic Trevane companion. That's what you should do. So you can get all sorts of stuff that you need. And then I go into the value packs with all my diamonds that I saved up with the barbecue sauce on my titties. And I could only buy one of the good packs? One? I could buy one of the good packs. You used to be able to buy 20 of the good packs. And then I started doing some math on that and the might packs that I had felt like they were a little bit reduced. I wasn't sure. Felt like I couldn't buy as many. And I did the math on what the consequences are of all of these changes. And the consequences are that you used to be able to play the game and just, you play every day, you get everything that you can get, you save up, you spend wisely, and then you can basically get every companion that comes out if you're doing that. And maybe you need some light spending if you get bad luck with your summons. That happens. Now, if you want to do everything that I just said and keep up with the companions, you don't get to get away with light spending. You're talking about thousands of dollars to keep up, and that doesn't even include the intimacy. That's just for summoning and getting the companion. It's not like they've done a mild shift. They've done a mild shift on 7 different points of interest that all add up to you not being able to keep up even remotely anymore, where you used to be able to keep up. And they've done it on purpose. They've done it because they're greedy pieces of shit. and it made me not want to play the game for a little while. So that's why I haven't been doing the thing. But here we are again, because I'm not enjoying anything anyway. So I may as well play the thing that other people enjoy, right? Right? What's up, Brent? Welcome. Welcome to the chat. I hope you don't mind my angry rants. Oh, yeah. Still coughing, by the way. Yeah, over 2 weeks on that situation. Probably a medical emergency by now, but it is what it is. Oh, Miranda's got classes starting soon. We got Fatal up in here. What's up, buddy? Did we complete one of our quests? Oh my gosh, I got diamonds. How close are we on this? I know I've been dicking around a little bit. We got a minute and a half. I want to get that rolling because I don't have time to mess around. Apparently everything resets in an hour instead of 2 hours like I thought. So I have put myself in quite a sticky pickle, as they say. I suppose we could punish some friends in the meantime. Let's do that. Don't go dying on you? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to die, but taking care of myself seems like a lot. It seems like a lot. And so normally I have this thing on my arm. I don't know if you can still see the remnants. I took it off today. Is it there? There's like a little dot somewhere in there. It's called a Dexcom, and it reads my blood sugars constantly. And because it does that, I have a little device where I can check my blood sugar at all times, in real time. And I can do science to see what kind of foods are affecting my blood sugars in what ways. And I've been trying so fucking hard to make it work out and to, like, be healthy. But no matter what I try, my sugars just stay high. Even when I'm eating just straight up beef and cheese, like a dang old keto diet. So, yeah, I don't know. That's been upsetting me. Because I'm trying, and it's not working. Yeah, it's weird that, first of all, daylight savings time is stupid. Daylight savings time is straight up butt cheeks. Make sure I don't mess up my liver. Yeah, my liver's probably... I mean, I got the hardest working liver in Wisconsin, and that's saying something. Not really, I don't drink that much. But I do be drinking, though. I do be doing it. And I don't care. Don't at me. Alright, I think I got everybody. I think I punished all the friends. Beef and cheese only works if you add buns, ketchup and mustard. Well, that's probably true, but I'm just trying to stay away from carbs to help with the sugars, but it doesn't work. And then I got upsetty spaghetti that wasn't working out, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just eat ice cream. Not the low sugar stuff, straight up full sugar. I want double sugar on that. And I ate so much of it. And my sugars didn't go up at all. They didn't even move. Why am I eating healthy foods then? Not happy. And then, so then I did that little experiment. I'm like, oh, so nothing matters and everything is futile. I'll just eat a bunch of fast food. Turns out fast food does spike my sugars. It was pretty unhealthy, actually. When you do the math, when you run the numbers on the situation, not good to be doing fast food so much. And the problem is, it spikes my sugars just as high, but then it stays high for a long time. And that's a problem. That is not what you want. Not at all. Did you just come onto my stream and say Greek yogurt? Are you trying to make me puke live? Ugh. 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 That's nasty. Greek yogurt? Please. Please. Do not do this to yourself and others. Why? Why would anybody want this? I don't know, man. It's yummy? Bruh. You have been misled. You have been misled. I shouldn't do this when I have so much gold. Just a chillin'. Just a chillin'. Who do I want to level up? That is the question. Probably her. She'll be a little extra tanky and she'll do a little extra damage. That'll work just fine. I know, she's not the most damage on the team and I could just spike up my huge boy, but I have decided not to do that. So don't at me. Don't you dit. Alright, now we can build our team. Now we can do the thing. So I kind of like having the female in the second slot, but I also kind of like having them both in the back. You can see that my team is just kind of sustainy with what I happen to have laying around. It's kind of there. It's kind of there. I'll speed this up for you guys. Look at all those wonderful effects going off. Look at all the sustain. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. I can't keep singing that. I'll have to pay MC Hammer $5 if I utter another line of that glorious historical piece of artwork. Brent says, "Isn't Greek yogurt milk from a bull?" Ugh. Why is it curdly? I hate it. Jayton says, "A Greek yogurt is regular yogurt that's been strained and thus becomes denser." No, I don't learn food origins of things that are disgusting. That's what I do. Even the word yogurt is disgusting. Everybody hates the word moist. What do you hate? Why do you hate moist? Moist things are delicious. But then you're over here talking about yogurt. Ugh. Not a fan. Not a fan. That's going to be a no from me, dog. A straight up no from me. By the way, we're going to look at this female's damage, and it's going to be pretty massive. You can see her being all on fire here. That is what you want. Oh my gosh, it's like she did a lot of damage because it was a sustained fight, and she does really good in those. I mean, it's not the most pristine example, because my team is not in order, my traits are not in order. Yeah, this guy. Sorry, I didn't click over back to the guy that I already clicked on. Game, chill. Chill, dog. Ugh. And also, Jayton, you racist. How dare you be hating on the Americans? I tell you. These people, look, I don't care if you're European. That's fine. Just don't do it around me. You got me? Are you with me on that? Sorry. Sorry, that was a bit much. That was a bit much. But it had to be done. I feel like it had to be done. Alright, we're gonna carouse the ladies. We're partying. We are indeed party people. Remember how I used to complain about having to do this? And then I was like, why don't they just add a button where you could do like 10 of them at a time? And then they added that button and they're like, hey, how about pay me? Here, right here. You want the thing that makes the game good and fun? Come on. You gotta pay. Not cool, dog. And it would have been one thing if it was just added into like the daily claiming situation. And you'd be like, oh yeah, I was gonna get that anyway. You're adding value to me. I really appreciate that. I'm not even bothered that it's behind the paywall. No, I had to make it separate. Jump scare zoom? Sorry. I didn't mean to do you wrong like that. I need to spend some gold on that, but I ain't doing it. Not right now. Oh, the itis. The itis is getting me. I got the itis. I don't know how far I'm going to actually end up taking these. Probably pretty far. I still remember the formula, do you? Do you remember? When we fell in love, we were young and innocent then. Sorry. Gonna get, I got Crime Watchers watching the stream. They're gonna, wait, isn't Crime Watchers the UK one? Damn it. Now I just did a European. Oh no. I didn't realize they were contagious. Sorry. Again, I apologize. This is gonna be a series of apologies. I should just retitle it right now. A series of apologies by Rage Panda 1. Diet sodas? Wait, hold on. Pickled watermelons? You have just taken us off track now. Brent, European in the wrong spot. My man. How about pickled watermelons? Alright, to be fair, I have not tried pickled watermelons. I don't know. It sounds really gross. But people like pickled stuff sometimes. Pickled feet, they do. That's true. That's a true story that I just told you. Pickled eggs. Not gonna catch me on that. Dude, if I'm being honest with you, I like eggs. I don't have a problem with eggs at all. Until I do. And then when I think about what I'm eating, and I think of the word ovum, bleh, oh. And then I'm off eggs for a month. Just absolutely disgusting. Not a fan of that. Pickled watermelons were banned by the Geneva Convention. Oh, Jayton, you're a funny person. And I like that about you. Yeah, what do I need to do here? I need to do some explorations. I'll do that. Notice how we keep that number nice and low. Although the only reason that was low is because I was doing Might Challenge and then an Intimacy Challenge. It's not the worst idea to save them for that, but also on a new account. You just sort of spam it so you can get the materials. Because I'm a material girl. And it looks like I'm going to have to clean out a slot, if you know what I'm saying. Again, I apologize. It's just who I am. I'm not a good man. I'm a dirty, rotten... Miranda, don't type it! That doesn't... You're not helping! Blech. That shit's disgusting. I actually really do have that. And sometimes if I'm eating, like, fried chicken or something, I'll gnaw up against the bone a little bit, and then I'll think about everything that's going on, and how that got into my mouth, and the fact that it's in my mouth, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be a vegetarian for the rest of the day, because this just got too real. This got a little too close to home. You know, no likey. I don't know. Maybe I'm an overthinker. Maybe that's what we're learning here today. It checks out. If I was put on trial for that, I would probably be found guilty. Give me my presents. Give them all to me. Alright, we're gonna have to get into the dungeon descent. What's the summoning stone amount sufficient for an event? Well, I used to say 300, but I've been asking people what they required to summon things, and so many people are getting close to 500. I would say you're pretty much guaranteed at 500, but 400 is probably a good bet to go in there and have confidence that you got a chance. Which is unfortunate, because I don't know, man. I don't know. I used to say 300 was good. And I used to be pretty good with that most of the time. But that has not been the case this time around. But then again, I don't have enough accumulated experience to say for sure that anything has changed. It could have just been that I talked to a lot of people that had bad luck. And I needed a larger sample size. You squeeze out 300 or less sometimes? That would be ideal. If you have 250, you pull, and then just sweat for a week to try to get more? Yeah, that's what I used to do. And if I tried hard, I might could again. Alright, now we can step into the old donjon. Actually, I didn't look at my events at all. Maybe I should go through this quick before it goes away. Maybe that's what we ought to do. I don't even know if I can win, because I haven't played for a week, so I might be a little far behind. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have time to do a whole fun, dramatic reading about the situation. I'm not sure why I had my guys set up the way they were set up there. I don't know. I'm but a man. I have an event for Gathering Vigor. Too bad I don't have the resources for Gathering Vigor. But that's pretty sweet, I guess. Kimberly wants the dramatic reading. You wish you had that? Oh, we got her. Oh, this is gonna make me want to summon a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'll use the stones. Because what do I care? Once again, they can't hurt me. They can't do it. One thing that's a little annoying is that Goat is afraid of me, and they don't want to share their releases and stuff with me. So I can't get any advanced knowledge on the future clans. I'm sure I could. I still have friends on the inside, but it ain't even worth it, dog. Look at him stunning out my guys. What a real dingus. What a whole dingus. Well, the funny thing, Miranda, is that I had been talking to Bobby even after I made the videos that I made talking about how they were screwing up. And he was very nice about it. And when I left, I had not been making videos for like a month before I left the chat. And they told me I was welcome back anytime. But I think because they realize how far downhill they've gone in terms of greed, they know what I'm going to say about it. It's not, nobody's going to be surprised to hear me say that their greed has ramped up significantly and they should be punished for it. So, you know, I don't blame them. It's a weird choice to me. Like, you're making a game about tactics, but your tactics are bad in this situation. You should be trying to make me happy. Because you want me to be your friend, right? You don't want me to get popular again and then start shitting down your throat. Not that I intend to do that, but if I was making a strategy from their point of view, it would be, you know, let's bring this guy in. Let's entice him. Let's give him free stuff and keep him happy. Let's butter him up a little bit. Instead, I got the silent treatment. But I guess that's fine. It is what it is, as they say. Off work fun. Hello. Hello and welcome. Yes, we get into all of the meat and potatoes here on the Rage Panda 1 station. Tune in and enjoy. Speaking of tunes, is everybody enjoying the chill music? Because I am. I actually really am. I think that I needed a little chill and murder pixels on a screen time. Don't tell me they're gonna get me. They got the tater. Alright, maybe some work on the team is in order. I knew that I was falling too far behind on this because I wasn't playing. Alright. We got an emergency. Time to reach into the satchel. Sure, we'll do that. Oh, wow, I got a Huntsdorf. This is really, really eminently important. I already went through my district stuff before. It could be a little tiny bit stronger with a couple of things here and there, but I'm just going to pop it and lock it and hope for the best. And then I think that I am going to just pump this guy. I'm just going to give it all to him. And we're going to make sure that he's skilled up. I haven't bothered with this skill, but I suppose I should. And I need to ascend him if I want it to go any farther than that, but I think it's good for now. I have materials to ascend him. I just didn't have a need at that time. Let's see if we can get some more... that's not really going to help. It's not going to help, but we're going to do it. Obviously. This might help. Little defensive action for you. I don't care about his other moves. They are not my first priority. She might benefit if I can get another skill up. Dang. Alright. We'll do it your way then. And I ain't happy about it. We'll see if that's enough to get me through. They are significantly stronger than me in this challenge at this point. But we might just squeak by. Alright, we want lots of DPS going this way. And I think that we're kind of in a fine position for that. I don't know. It's kind of an annoying team to be playing against my team. Yeah, get the heels off, baby. You can do it. I believe... Oh, Devala. She had to be in there when the ult went off. Do we got you? Do we got you, you little hoe bag? No! That's right, we're separated. You can't get us. You can't do it. You dumb bitch. You're dead on the ground now. How does it feel? I'm happy about it. I'm happy. Sorry, I didn't mean to call her a dumb bitch. But the problem was actually that she was being a dumb bitch. So, what else was I to do? I gotta call him like I see him. That's just the reality of the situation. Okay? Now get off me. Sorry. I didn't mean to tell you to get off me. Stay on. It's fine. I'll just deal with it. There's something deeply wrong with me. And that's okay. Oh hey, my space heater is still on. I bet that's been annoyingly humming in your ears. I betcha. Hey, stop beating me up, game. Trying to win here, trying to get the rewards. You can do it. Oh, he didn't do it. Yes? Little worried about it still. Slightly less worried about it now. You didn't hear it. You didn't do it. This guy over here says, say it. Should we do it? I won't. Then we keep up the fight. How long can you go on, Maruka? Oh, the space heater is what she means. That's what she means. A little taste of the dramatic. Say your name? Jayton O'Leary. Have I done it? Or is it O'Leary? I'm going with O'Leary. I like O'Leary. Reference failed. Oh. I guess I failed a reference. Well, nothing to do now but just end it all, I guess. I know, that's too dark. Too dark! I believe that anything should be able to be joked about, though. And you want to know why? I have a very good reason why. The reason is because if you're not able to joke about things that are awful, then awful things are only ever awful. But if you can squeeze out a little bit of joy and laughter from that awful thing, then you've turned it into a thing that is not 100% awful any longer, and you have a net gain of joy in the world. That's why you should be able to joke about anything. That's just a game theory. Alright, share with me the reference. What is the reference? What have I missed? Tell me how I have wronged you. I need to know. Man, these guys are just too strong. Too big. I don't think it's probably gonna work out, but we're gonna use our little noggin here. Oh, yeah, I've never seen Breaking Bad. I watched one episode with the wife and I was like, I don't know. It wasn't quite blowing my skirt up. Who do I need to murder now on this team? I feel like the female Ignis would be a strong target. How can I try to target her a little better? What if we do something like this? Something like this. That's gonna be our attempt. Come on, give her the line attack. Right in the sauce. I'll blow her up with the big old ulti. You can do it. Alright. Well, I tried to have faith in it, but... Oh my lord! Oh my Lanta! He did it. He did it, guys! Can you even believe that that just happened? Am I the only one who saw that? Because that was amazing. That was truly incredible. Truly fantastic. Now this one is going to be a nightmare. The female Lycanis is going to do anti-healing, and that makes her public enemy number 1. Also, when you get against these Huntsdorfs, I don't know if it was just the one time, but I was doing a Spire of Champions, and the Badgers were unkillable. Like, I would kill the entire enemy team almost instantly, and then the Badger would solo my team. So that wasn't great. Yeah, I don't think there's even a prayer of this one working. Yeah, the only Pandas Discord. We have a good time. We do have a good time there. Yeah, I'm just gonna click it again and see if it's even remotely close, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Between the male Samir and the anti-heal they got going on, I just don't think it's gonna be possible. Pretty strongly countering my team. And also, like, 4 times my strength. Alright, well that's all we get then. That's all we get, that's all we'll ever get. Maybe we should use our 11 stones. I just like this guy so much, and I would much rather have a male Samir than to have my male Lionstone. I think it would just be a much better synergy with my team. And my team is small right now, so I can just get him and use him for a while. And I'm doing it. Come on. Give me a mythic male Samir. I dare you. I actually dare you. I mean, that's pretty good, too. That is pretty good. You're right. I should have checked the expeditions. Man, I can never get the level 18 athletic. It's still strong right now. Athletic is still strong for my account. I got 2 copies of you, boy. That's nice. That's pretty sweet, I guess. I almost want to just get the, I can't get the 50 summons. There's no way. That's not... That would be spending, and we're not doing that. Not yet, anyway. It is possible that I'll do that eventually. We're gonna be ascending the male real quick, like... Yep, I choose you, Pikachu. I choose you! Oh yeah, expeditions. I almost skipped over the good advice like a danged old fool, but not today. Not in my backyard. Bro, these songs, like, they all kind of just are the same, but I don't hate it. They're all just kind of the same, but in a good way, because it's background music. Will I open it up so you can donate? I mean, that's fine to do. The problem is that the YouTube donations go through YouTube, and then YouTube takes like 30% of the donation, and then a month later, I get paid for it. So when people donate and then they're like, okay, go spend $200 on the game, which did only happen one time, but but Jordan did that. And then I went and spent like $200 on the game, and then I had to wait a month to get the money for it, and it was also significantly less than the thing. So PayPal donations are the better way to do that, because those are basically instant, and then I can just use the thing right away. I don't know if YouTube wants me to say that, but fuck them. Don't get me wrong, they need to earn their money, but the way that they're taking the money from the ads already, you're already making your money. What are you doing taking the donations? Why are you doing that? There is a bit of a processing fee for PayPal and everything, but PayPal is definitely better. Definitely a better situation. Alright, altar. That's what we were doing. Show me the warriors. I am the warrior. Alright, we do have a purple guy. They did give us a purple guy. And I have 2 extra copies. That's not the worst. We'll bump him up so he's able to be put on the team. He's not going to last, but I don't care. I like him, and I want to use him. So get off my junk, is what I say to that. That would be my recommendation. I know, I'm using the female Ugrel, which is somebody I'm actually using, and I shouldn't technically do that, but here we stand. He's doing it. 'Cause I'm all out of fucks. I'll do what I want to. You want me to stop, but you know that I'm not gonna. I could use the female as fodder too, and I might. I might need to. It's possible. One of the manliest beards you've seen. I appreciate you. Everybody has watched me grow this live on the channel. Just one day I just stopped shaving, and I was like, yeah, I guess we don't do that anymore. We don't shave anymore. It's over. My shaving days are over. Yeah, I once didn't shave for like 3 years, and it was long. Somebody wanted to get me a shirt that was like, it goes down on the shirt, giving different levels of beards, and one of them's like Gandalf and all this stuff. And my beard was longer than all of them. What are you gonna do? Sometimes you gotta just see what your body is capable of. And that was me, looking like a Duck Dynasty dude. That's, I'm not sure that's a compliment, but I'll take it. Manliest beard ever it felt pretty good, but Duck Dynasty, I think you might be punching down a little bit. Just a little. We're so close to getting another assignment. And I look forward to that. Alright. Sorry, Lionstone guy. Your days are over. You have been replaced, and you might come back eventually, but that eventually is not today. Didn't even look at his traits. Energetic and fierce, baby! They're bad versions of it, but I'll take it. Won't find me complaining about that. Now, this is what I really want from him. So give me all of that. I want all of that. And then we'll take a little bit of that, and we'll call it good. I know I should do a spin and get more damage, but I don't care about that as much because I'm running a team that's almost exclusively based on sustain. So we'll just do that. I kind of want him to be higher level. Oh, I didn't realize I have 3 of her. That's kind of cool. That, and also having honorable honor. That's pretty good. That could be really good. But we're just going to stick with that for now. I almost want to reset the Fugrel. What are her traits looking like? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Let me work it. I have no excuse for my behavior, so I'm just going to stop trying. Alright, how long do we have on these? We can do it, right? 4 minutes? Oh man. It's going to be tight whether or not I have time to actually do the battles at the end. But I just need to do one of each boss. So I'll do whatever boss I get first, and then I will search for the second boss just to get on the board and get some diamonds from it. But that does mean I can't really start a dungeon descent right now. Not really. We'll do a little bit of the old campaign. Why not? We'll test out our homeboy. Like so. And I do want him to be in front of the healer guy. He's gonna get healed already. Or shielded, I should say. And then female Akuna's shield will probably go on him. I'm not gonna 2 times it because I want to watch it. Oh, I'm just way too strong. Never mind. Testing not effective. Just too strong was the answer. Bye, Kimberly. Have fun at wrestling. It works, guys. It works. Now I can catch up on chat because I'm auto-battling. Why not? Miranda meant it as a compliment. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Duck Dynasty guys can be a little scraggly sometimes. Mine's an immense fortress. It's quite thick. But I'm just a thick kind of guy, you know? And I swear I have a neck. Somewhere under there. You see? There is one. It's here. I promise. The way I'm sitting, I look like a little dwarf. Diggy hole over here. Devala can carry you for a while. Yes, Devala can definitely do the thing. That is true. I'm trying not to, but I want to stay away from the champions that everybody just has such a hard-on for. I'm not saying that all of those champions aren't good. I do say that the female Lionstone is fucking terrible. You know, changed my mind, but male Water and Sun I keep hearing about, like, I get it. Everybody had a hard time when he came out. I feel like if I had been playing at that time, the story would have been a little bit different. Because the counters for that sort of character are just all over the place available. And they're not standard characters that people normally use. And I have a feeling that nobody was switching in the counters to deal with the guy. And then everybody was saying, you must have him on your team or you can't play the game. Just like female Devala, who you absolutely could counter. Doesn't mean that she's not good, right? It doesn't mean male Water and Sun isn't good either. I'm just saying that the counters were there. And the tone that I got from everybody that I talked to was like, this ruined the game and now it's unplayable. Unless you have the character, you can't fight the character. And I'm just saying I don't think it was probably that bad. I don't know. I could be wrong because I wasn't there. But it is what it is. Female Choir Discordant is strong. That is good to hear. I think female Galabar is one of the best tanks in the game. But I don't know everything. I haven't even read some of the previous champions that I have not encountered yet. I had full intention to do that and deep dive and learn everything about everything, and then instantly try to be on top of the game. But, you know, the stuff with the intimacy items and the greed kind of put me off a little bit. Which is partially my fault, and I will admit that. I've been a bit of a grumpy guy. What's up, Amir? Hello, how are ya? We're doing a little auto battle here for a couple of minutes so that I can go back and do my expeditions just in the nick of time, which might be ready now. So we'll get to the check-in. We'll get to check-in. Alright, we got Bloodfang Raiders guy. Oh, and then I took all of the points out of my Alliance Stone, so he's just gonna be useless. It is what it is. Yeah, I should study and do the research, that is true. I'm sure people are gonna disagree with me about things. They always do. Like, nobody ever like the female Akuna, nobody wants to build her or use her because they say that she's not any good, but she's very clearly very good. And the thing that drives me nuts about that is that everybody acts like PvP is the only thing that exists in the entire game, and that you don't ever use a champion for anything outside of PvP. Even if that were true, she's still fine in PvP, but she's extremely excellent in these other game modes. So I don't know why people are so against it. But who am I to stop them? Alright, we're not gonna do you first. I'll come back and do you later. Not to sound too sexy about it, but that's the way it be. You built the female, but something's bugged. What's bugged? Mlux Biss. Brent. You old so-and-so. Seems I feel the same way about female Lionstone and the dreaded yogurt. It's true. I'm probably just going to make a video about female Lionstone at this point. Everybody thinks that she's so good because they look at it through rose-colored glasses and they're like, well, in her best possible scenario where everything works out in my favor, she's really strong. And that is true. In her best possible scenario where everything works out fine, she is very strong. And you will not have hardly any matches that are the best possible scenario where everything works out. That's just not how the game is. The entire time that I was making videos originally, I was focusing on how to speed tune things. And if you go back to those videos, you'll hear me talk about how you must speed tune her and try your best to be perfect with it, or she's not very good. Well, the fact of the matter is that you just don't have the agency to fully control that, and you can't make her reliably good. It's just not possible. And since you can't make her reliably good, she is bad. Miranda, that's true, but it's not possible in PvP, and everybody wants to use her for PvP. And everybody will then say, well, yeah, but in the high end, everybody's using Bulko, so then everybody else at the same time anyway, so what does it matter? And I can't understand why they say that, because they must not have thought through the argument at all. Because if everybody's ulting at the same time, then they're randomly ulting at the same time, which means that some of the ults are going to go first, and some of them are going to happen last. They don't happen at the same time. So if you win the gamble and she ults first, in the rare scenario that she actually survived long enough to get that far, then great, you did it. You won the gamble. You got your 20% chance for her to ult first, and you can go be really happy about how good your character is. But if she doesn't do that, and she ults later, you know, every time she doesn't ult before somebody, she's losing value and losing value and losing value. And there's only 40% of the time in that situation where she ults before the people that she needs to ult before, and then you actually get what you needed. And I'm only requiring her to ult before 2 of the DPS, instead of all 3 of the DPS that you probably have on your team. We did it. We've done the thing. I have acquired a hooer.
Do you really think you have the strength to tame?
Yes, I have the strength. I didn't know she was going to say tame her. I would never try to tame a lady. That's a bad plan. I didn't know what I was responding to, and no further questions. I rest my case. If Water and Sun wasn't in the picture, Female Lionstone would not be in the picture. I guess. I guess that's possible. Whips, chains, and handcuffs, says Brent. Speaking of which, it's time to go into the dungeon. What timing? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. Well, we don't have time to do anything with the dungeon, so we have to wait 3 minutes. Which means it's back to green flag racing. I haven't been working on my story mode at all. As you can likely tell. I got it high enough that I could do Dungeon Descent, and then I had the intention of coming and doing a Dungeon Descent stream, and then I just stopped playing. My bad, dog. My bad. My expeditions are completed, Miranda. We did it. We did the thing. We got them all. We beat all the bosses. We got the companion. All is well. We barely made it with 3 minutes to spare, but still. Now, why would I click that? Why would I participate in playing the game when I could just let the game play the game? What a silly thing for me to do. I'm not using my brain. Oh, I got a cough again. I hate it. Really not a fan of being super sick. Not a fan at all. Hey, my brother got on Xbox. You guys just saw it. You saw it. You know what I've been tempted to do? Oh, I don't have it down here. I've been tempted to put this up on my VR headset and just play with Bloodline being like 10 feet tall. Just for fun. Just for the fun of it. And I could. Game day starts at the same time. Yeah. 2 more minutes, and then we'll go do Dungeon Descent. Maybe if I had it 10 feet tall, I could actually see all the stuff I'm trying to see as the game is being played. I wonder if having male Samir in the middle would just be stronger for this team comp. It probably would. If I could draw the enemies in and then push them back into the back line, that might entice male Akuna's line attack into the entire enemy team, which is ideally what I want to use this Samir for. But I guess it doesn't really, it's not worth tweaking until I can actually do a full test when things aren't just falling over from my ultimate power. I don't have any vigor really on any of these guys. I haven't married anything because I don't have my Mythic Travain yet, for reasons we already mentioned. But we're working on it. I got her Legendary. I did do that. I did do that, and then I was just so not happy. But I should just go into Dungeon Descent and buy a bunch of 90% off earrings and call it good. I failed to sign up for the Valley of Conquerors, but the one that I did get into, it was like everything lined up in a row to make me upset at the game. I swear. I got into Valley of Conquerors, and then like I signed up the day before, and then it wasn't till the following night that I remembered that it was starting, because it doesn't like tell you, by the way, go battle, go do the thing, or if it does, it's mixed in with all of the pop-ups that they have to try to sell you shit, so I didn't read it. So then I felt bad because I missed half of a day of playing the Valley of Conquerors, and I felt like I was letting everybody down. And then, so I start playing it, and I'm the only person on my team playing. I'm like, alright, dude. Real fun. Real quality content. And it's not the game's fault on that one. It's not Goat Game's fault at all. They actually, in that situation, they have done what they needed to do to actually make it good. Like, you have to pay your diamonds to get in there, and if you want to earn them back, you gotta play the game. And that's as good as they can possibly do. The rest of it is just up to people being dog shit. Many, many people around the world are absolute dog shit, and they will take advantage if they can. It's depressing and sad, but it is the truth. And when I was already feeling down in the world and the state of affairs, look at all that. Look at all that good stuff. Beautiful. Yeah, it was just disheartening to say the least. And a little bit annoying. Alright, now we get to do these quests all again. That feels pretty good, I guess. We'll just accept them all. We'll just be that guy. And we will... By the way, it's so funny that they added this thing in as this kind of skin. Just to, like, smooth it over that they were absolutely false advertising. They're like, no, no, it's in the game, it's in the game. I promise, we didn't steal the Pokemon. What are you gonna do? Sometimes you just can't beat the dragon. I still have a day on this, right? Yeah. Still have a day, but that's alright. We're back in the swing a little bit. Oh, man. It just is hard to pass up, isn't it? Isn't it hard to pass up? I feel like it might be. But I have to. I have to stay strong for the people. What do we got? Show me the intimacy items. Rip. Rip potato chip. Oh well. Such is life, as they say. We're gonna get into Dungeon Descent right now. I know I've been streaming for literally an hour. So go with the mail. Have they fixed the mail? Because his healing was not triggering, and crits were not working. So yeah, let's talk about that. Let us talk about that, because this is another situation where everybody was fighting me about the thing. But I feel quite justified. Alright, if we look at Dude Bro, every time he crits, he heals for 8%. Now, when the pre-release for this guy came out, I said that he was going to be stronger than the male, or the female. And the reason is because he was going to do way more damage, and his self-healing was going to be crazy. And if you've used him, you probably thought to yourself, his self-healing is not crazy, it's very disappointing, why would anybody ever say this is good? Well, I'm glad you noticed. Let's talk about it. Number one, when he was released, they nerfed this ability from saying 24% to 8%. That's a little significant, don't you think? Number two, when he was released, crit was broken and you could not critically strike things. Meaning that the only critical strikes that he was able to get came from his active skill, which did a guaranteed critical strike. You'll notice in the last sentence there it says, this attack always deal a critical hit. So, his active skill does that, his ultimate helps him do it more often so he can get those crits, and then it was only healing for 8%. So, the healing that he was expected to have versus the healing that he actually got was incredibly nerfed, and it made him a squishy piece of garbage that was not worth using at all. On top of that, his clan trait, which also had healing built in, didn't function at all. So, if it would have come out the way that they said it was going to come out, he would have been stronger, and your boy would have been right. Unfortunately, he was a crippled mess and basically garbage. So, I don't feel bad for saying he's good, or was good, or could have been good, whichever way I framed it. I still think if he would have come out in the way that they said and it actually functioned, he would have been crazy. That's my story, and I am sticking to it. We'll put her up there. This is probably fine. We want it like this. Yeah. That means she's not going to get as much healing as I want. That's a little unfortunate. That is indeed a little unfortunate. Maybe, what if I could switch these, and then we do a little switchy swappy, like so. Now, enemies over here drag in this way. He's moving up. He's pushing them back. We probably missed this guy in the back. Maybe I could switch these two to avoid that, but I'm worried that he's going to be too squishy going in alone. And then if I keep him this way, she gets there faster, and he'll be spinning, but she won't be behind, so she won't be wasting her time not gaining energy or doing any damage. So they'll push this way-ish, and then he'll do his line attack this way, which will still heal her. And we need that because we need her to be as topped up as possible so that she gets a thicker chunk of her shield every time she does an attack. So this might be the best orientation to go for. Samir mid and Ugg backline. No. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. My man says, oh yuck, M Samir with F Ugrel. This guy. He says that, and then he suggests that I do it. I put them in the position that literally makes their lack of synergy the worst possible version. How you gonna do that? How you gonna do that, dog? Now you're just being silly. Oh my god, shut up, Dungeon Descent. Let me play the game. Good lord. They just don't want me to play. I don't really need to look at these, as we all know. Man, not great. Really not great. I guess I'm going to do this one. I reckon that's what we're going to go for. There was a reason that I had Samir on the other side. But see how that draws everybody together and then the line attack just does the murder? The reason that F Ugrel is on the team, by the way, is because she's just the best current option that I have laying around. Not because she's the best current option in the game. I'm not going to use any of these. Can't be arsed. Sure, we'll take some damage. Why not? Everybody on my team can do damage. They're all capable. Man, they just don't want me to be happy. They are giving me doo-doo butt cheeks. I know, I shouldn't even read them. I shouldn't even read them. Bop. Why was my 2x not activated? Inquiring minds want to know. All I want is a little bit of damage. That is all I want. Why are you being so stingy? Quick, get the 2x button. Oh, that's a bad push. What are you doing, Mr. Samir? That was a bad push, my friend. Not ideal. Why do I hear kids? Zelda must just still be here. I think it might be only Ollie's day at wrestling. Boring. I know. That was a useless pick. I'm aware of it. I'm just clicking to click. I know I have children, but Zelda was doing the girls wrestling and the other wrestling at the same time. Because there is no boys wrestling anymore. But she decided she wanted to only do the girls wrestling. So sometimes she goes with and sometimes she doesn't. I guess that's good. Hi, sweetie. You can scoot over a little bit. Oh, they can't see you on that one. They can only see you on this one. Oh, you're so beautiful. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Of course. I love you. Can I have a kissy? Oh, thanks, sweetie. You like making crazy faces in the camera? Say hi, Miranda. Look, she said, hi, little panda cub.
I'm not a panda cub.
You're a little rage panda. Do you need something, sweetie?
I'm Rage Cub.
You're a rage cub?
Yep, I'm Rage Cub. I'm Rage Cub 1.
That sounds perfect. I love it.
Because I'm a 6-year-old.
Alright, you run along back upstairs now, okay? Okie dokie. You little silly girl. You're pretty just like your mama. Did you know that? She's so happy. What are you doing up there?
Making a face.
Hey, not too close to the microphone. It'll get very loud for the people watching. It'll get very, very loud. I got a flaming axe. Can you believe it?
No.
Oh, my guys are actually a little hurt there. Probably because she's hurting herself. I think that female Akuna might be terrible for Dungeon Descent. She might actually get replaced with one of those mythics. If her shield doesn't go along with her, but her health percentage does, then she is garbage in Dungeon Descent. Absolutely terrible. Zelda Rose, do you need something?
Can I play Minecraft?
Do you know how to turn it on, or do you need my help?
I need your help.
Alright. Well then, everybody, we're gonna be right back because my daughter needs my help. So, BRB. Alright. If you stuck around for that, I appreciate you. And if you didn't, well then, go to heck. I don't care, I'm just gonna pick the middle one every time. Why not? Alright, so we're gonna pay attention to her shielding. She came with a shield. That actually might make her incredibly strong for Dungeon Descent then, because if she keeps filling her shield and doubling her health and that stays throughout the whole Dungeon Descent, she's gonna end up being so strong by the end. So strong. Alright, just pick the middle one. Don't worry about it. Nothing matters that much. And she's in the front. Oh, I should make her in the front row so that she's getting that bonus. Maybe I'll try to look at the damage numbers after this and, well, never mind. Obviously, she did not participate in that fight. Dang, I'm not getting the legendaries I want. Savage Battle Axe is alright. I might actually just... I know I'm... Why am I reading them? I'm making this take so much longer than it needs to. I can't believe I've done this. Also, getting the little health pads in between rounds helps her to fill her shields up faster. Well, obviously Male Akuna did the damage there, but let's see if she's even on the board. Oh, Male Aeson did all the damage there. Not too shabby. She's not on the board yet. I don't think she's gotten a fiery shield yet. Not yet. Oh, well that's pretty good. I mean, it ain't amazing, but it's good. I feel like I want to get another chest in this one. I don't want to rush through so fast that I start having a problem. Ain't nobody got time for that. Not that they're really challenging right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to skip the rounds when I have the ability. Not sure. I don't know, I like playing the game. I like watching the game and seeing what's actually happening and transpiring. But I suppose if I was on my 10th Dungeon Descent run of the account, I might get a little bit over it. It's probably a good thing that they added it, but also it's not even available on my server yet, or on my account. I don't know if I have to reach a certain point to be able to do it. Man, I am getting a bit of a headache. Probably from coughing. Probably from that. The old Hawkeye site, you always gotta take the Hawkeye site. We know that to be true. Alright, let's kick these guys right in the wieners. That is the first goal. Completed! Oh, that ult is so strong. What a strong boy. Yep, we're not using any of those. Let's take that. Why not, right? If we're not even using them, I can pretty much just zoom through this at this point. I'll worry about farming a little more when I'm starting to run into problems. Nice, quick floor. Still, you want to clear all the tiles in case there's any free chests. A little free gold never hurt nobody. And then we just grind them to a pulp. Easy peasy. Oh yeah. I kind of wish that I had the lightning bros. The Zeus looking motherfuckers. Because they are strong. They are strong, and I don't actually have them on this account. I have them on my previous one. Oh yeah, we getting the stuff and the things. Ugh. I mean... yeah, that's okay. That's okay, we'll do that. 90% off, don't mind if I do. Wish I could just make this huge. But I can't. A lot of people buy these wedding rings. I think that there's a time and a place for it. I don't think that the beginning of your account is the time or a place for that. Because you're not... at this point, you're not marrying off for vigor yet. I mean, you could, but I don't think it would be a good use of resources. I think it's better to get your mythic companions going and all that stuff so that each marriage is worth a lot more. And you're actually moving traits around that matter to your team instead of just stuff that you need to replace. But I'm sure that's common sense. I'm sure most people are on board. Yeah, I ain't reading you, you little blue thingy bobber. Ain't nobody got time for that. Sure, we'll bump her up a little bit. We'll blow this guy's a-hole out of the water. That's not a way to say that. That's not the way to say that. We will review and come back to you when we've rewritten the script. I haven't seen her shield go orange yet. I'm not sure if it's like losing some every time in between rounds. And if it is, knowing how that shield works in between rounds is extremely important, because it either means that she's terrible in Valley of Conquerors or she's really good in Valley of Conquerors. And testing will have to be done on that front. See, that gets me excited about the game, doing that sort of stuff. Figuring stuff out. That I like. Goat games in general, not so much. And sometimes the people. I had to stop going on the Bloodline forum because I was trying to like get my finger on the pulse and learn all the stuff and see what the buzz was about, you know? And there were just so many people fighting and arguing and, no, you gotta play this way, and if you don't play this way, then you're not cool. And I only talk to people who are cool, so if you're not gonna do that, don't even come on for me. Bunch of little bungholes. So that didn't make me happy either. If I'm being honest. And maybe I just need to identify my problems with the community and where I need to be spending my time and focus on the focus on the good parts of it. Yeah, it was a little Cartman-y. If you asked me to do a Cartman voice, I would not be able to do it. But that just came out. Maybe that's just what I had in my heart about those people who were being bungholes. Little Eric Cartmans. I'm glad that South Park, you know, I've always found the show to be funny. Because like I said, I'm not offended by anything. But I never, like, I didn't have the channel to watch it when I was younger. So I didn't have access. And then when I tried to go back later and just watch it off streaming services, number one, the beginning episodes are real old looking, and normally I don't care about that, but it was a little bothersome. But the main issue is that it's such topical humor that's like about the moment that they're talking about, that a lot of it is slightly irrelevant at this point and just doesn't mean anything anymore. Which is good and bad. I mean, it's like, you probably should just keep up with the show then. You're not going to worry about that, but I don't know. I actually struggle to just watch TV shows. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but just sitting down watching a show for some reason, I don't ever do it. If I do it, I'm doing it with somebody else. That is almost exclusively true. But I'll sit and watch YouTube, like shit that I don't care about, for hours on end. But why don't I just watch a show or a movie? Like, why don't I just do that? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. If you break it down logically, it doesn't make any sense. You can crush a show? The Panderverse special? I have not. I have not. But it's the sort of thing, I have heard about it. And, yeah, I think it's hilarious. And the thing is, with shows like that, and Family Guy is similar, where they make fun of both sides of an issue. So, if they're making fun of both sides of an issue, and then you're mad that they made fun of your side, you're being silly, because they're making fun of everybody. And I think that getting mad about that is a little weird. Here we go. Those 90% off. Going huge. I never asked. Well, I did ask, but nobody was here yet. My face isn't all stretched out, is it? We're in the right format? I had to change that the previous stream. And if I'm looking all wacky, I want to know about it. My face is perfect. Aw. Thank you. Tee. Oh boy. I wish that we had Savesu and Traker and Snaga up in here. Not that I gave them a whole lot of warning that this was happening. They were probably already in bed. Well, maybe not Traker, but... Also, Traker doesn't play this game anymore, and I did talk to him, and his life is busy. Very busy. But maybe someday he'll see this and he'll know that we miss his face. He'll feel it from the ether. I know, right? At least Snaga's around when I'm up at 5 in the morning, contemplating the meaning of life. There's the boss. There's your boy. Thought I was gonna have to clear the whole dang field on that one. Oh, they're going Beyblades. They kind of went all over the place on that one. It was not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Dang, can I get some of the good ones? At least crit works now, so precision bow isn't the worst. It ain't the worst. Unfortunately, they never fixed the... Like, even though crit works now, there's still a lot of champions that are crit based that never got their day in the sun that they deserved. And I don't think that Eagle Eye or whatever, the Huntsdorf trait, ever really got its consideration either. It's probably somewhat valuable. At least on certain champs. Especially because there are ways now that you can increase your critical damage. And people like Male Elzadeth, for instance, already have built-in extra crit damage. So that could potentially be strong. It's just so expensive to test that nobody's willing to do it. And maybe I should just be that guy, but it is very expensive. Bro, you're joking me. Give me something good. I guess it's working out, but dang. Got that Lion Stone now. Oh, okay. Thanks. That is precisely what I was looking for. All I had to do was bitch and complain. That's the life lesson we've learned here today. If you just bitch and complain long enough, the universe will say, fine! Kind of like, it's like if there's a god, right? But the god is just an annoyed parent. And they got off of work. They're like, I built the whole universe for you. And you're just never happy with anything. And you just keep bitching, right? You just keep whining and crying. And finally they're like, ah, fine! And they zap it into existence, whatever you're complaining about. And then they give you diarrhea or something to like make up for it. Like, fine, you get what you want. But you're gonna be shitting a lot this week. Don't act like you don't know why. I don't know. That's quite a picture I have painted for you. Still, by the way, still less disgusting than yogurt. So, projecting. No, my kids are, well, I am having a hard time with my teen. A hard enough time that I'm not going to get into it on stream. But the twins are pretty good, pretty laid back. Zelda gets a little Krabby Patties every now and then. But who doesn't? The problem is that she's smart enough to understand the world around her. And she knows, like, she's already caught on to the fact that there's a whole bunch of things that are bullshit. And it upsets her. And she doesn't like stupid rules. And I am the same way. I don't know why we got so many stupid rules that don't matter. Like all these Discord servers, like, you can't swear here. Fuck off. Who literally who gives a shit? Like, point to the person that actually gives a shit, please. Because they don't exist. The people who are actually using Discord are not people who are like, oh my virgin ears, I can't believe he said the a-hole word. You're not gonna find those. Game, please. Game, please. Poor kid's got a long road ahead of her. Yeah, that's true. I just hope she's like, when she was in kindergarten, she was reading at a 2nd grade level. And she's very advanced in all of her subjects. And I just really hope that she learns how to work hard at things. I had above average scores as well in school. And because of it, I didn't learn how to work hard at anything. And now I struggle to do that, even though I know that I need to. The rules are for the people who really like enforcing rules. That's true. Alright, I think I might have to go to the just chatting and restart my game. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. See if we can't get it working again. Yeah, the thing about rules, right, is like, who are you to tell me what I can and can't do? Like, why do you get to decide that, and then I can't tell you what to do? So why are you telling me what to do? And then also, most of the rules, people just don't follow them at all. But the people who are allowed not to follow them are generally the people who made the rules in the first place. So if you think that is stupid, then I agree with you. Alright, my game should be deciding to load any moment now. There it is. There it is. Here we are. All these crazy costumes on people. Very, very sexy. You know? Wood. Oh, man. Yep. I've only just gone and said it. Finally! Finally, I can get another very minuscule amount of money. This is important. High school is such a serious thing. These problems matter. Alright, back to level 14, shall we? Another smasher pass? People were so mad when I did one of those a couple months ago. Somebody was like, this is not the content I wanted from you. I'm like, okay. Sorry I made content. My mistake, I tried to find joy in my life. I'm sorry it didn't spark joy for you as well. I'll just go feel bad about myself now. Sometimes I wonder what people expect from their negative comments. Like the one person came on a video after I made the Akuna guide. They went on a previous video from like a year ago. And they're like, didn't you just make a video saying that nobody should support goat games? It's like, alright. I guess you are the arbiter of all things that are good and righteous. I don't know what they think is happening there. Do they think that they're feeling extra special? Do they think other people will look at them and say, oh, what a really cool guy? I just don't get the goal. They know that I'm not going to give a shit, right? Aromatic Preference up in here. What up? How are ya? We are doing a Dungeon Descent party. And I hope everybody's descending a dungeon with me. I guarantee you 0 people are doing that, but if you are, you're one of the cool people. Welcome to the Cool Guy Club. Oh, man. Miranda phrasing, whoa! Yeah, I was a bit slow. I spent literally an hour not even getting into the dungeon descent, and then I also haven't been skipping because I can't. And then you start chatting away, talking with the homies, and all that good stuff. Still, I can't... I want to be able to, like, look at her hit points and see that it's changing and that she's gonna be doing something. Oh, and also, I know I was ranting before about their greed and how it's unstoppable. So, in the same time that they lowered your ability to just farm and play the game and be a dedicated player who gets rewarded for that, they also added a whole bunch of new features that you basically exclusively have to pay for. Like, they got all their sprites and shit, and they're just like, money. Give me your money. All you have to do is press spend and then you're stronger. And I get it. These games are like that. I understand. But I just feel like there's a better way. I feel like it's possible to make these games without being such a greedy piece of garbage. And I think we do ourselves a disservice when we pretend that it should just be like that because it is like that. I think that is a very weak stance. It's that sort of thing where people talk about trading away your freedoms a lot, and I know that's an extreme comparison when we're talking about a video game. But it's basically true. Like, I don't know. People are so willing to accept any shitty thing that an abusive party wants to do to them because they believe that they just believe that that's the way that it's always going to be no matter what. Like, they're helpless. But nobody's helpless. Everything gets better if you decide that you're going to make it better. Because you are part of the group. Like, we're all in this together. And that's just true of life in general, right? Like, not to get too philosophical on you, but on the grand scale of time, eventually, we will all pass away and die. I know, thrilling and exciting, upbeat content. And when that happens, whether you're religious or you're a scientific person, the result of that is that you are going to go back into the ether, call it heaven or Valhalla or just the cosmic energy pool if you're a science person. Since energy isn't created or destroyed, that's where you go, back into being the pool of energy, right? So then we're all part of the same thing. So on the grand scale of time, what I'm saying to you, whether you're religious or not, it is decidedly true that we are all part of the same thing. We're all in this together, which is why we should work together, and we shouldn't treat those other parts of ourselves like you're another part of me. You know why? Because we're all in this together. Are you listening? Take notes, damn it. And that's why we should be good to each other. Because, you know, we're all the same. We are all the same. So when we decide that there's a group of people who's being abusive, and we're just going to let them be abusive, you're not letting them be abusive just to you. You're letting them be abusive to all the parts of all of the human race. And you don't have to do that. Now, I know that's an extreme example for why Goat Games is greedy and why the game industry sucks and why I think that people should just not stand for it. Because, by the way, I don't know if you remember this or not, but there was a Batman game that came out on Steam. It was originally a console game. When it came out on Steam, the PC port of the game was absolutely dog shit and not playable. Everybody banded together at that time, and then they said, we're going to get a refund on this game, or we ain't buying shit anymore. And you want to know what happened? Steam changed their policy instantly, allowing refunds, and to this day, if you've played a game for less than 2 hours, you can refund the game. People banded together and literally changed the system instantly. Do you want to know when that happened again? Do you remember the GameStop fiasco? Where everybody got on their Robinhood app and they started doing trading? And then all of the rich insider trading people were like, wow, we have to shut the market down because these lowly people gathered together and they're displaying their power of numbers. And we are terrified, so we're going to shut the whole shit down. That's the power that you guys have. That's why we shouldn't stand for this bullshit, and we shouldn't just let them be abusive and greedy and horrible. Because if we decide to stand up and say we're not going to take it, they will change. They have to, or they will die. They can't be a company anymore if you say, I'm not going to do this. So all it takes is for people to actually give a shit for once, and we could have a better system. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Dakota's talking about that quantum entanglement. You know it, buddy. You know it. Are we gaming tonight, says Decram? Yeah, that's likely. I am going to finish this run of Dungeon Descent. I probably will stream for up to another hour. Possibly something like that. Might not even be that long, I'm not sure. And then after that, we could definitely be playing some games. I have decided I'm pulling the trigger on Demio. I am 100% buying that game, since it's half off right now, and it's a game I've wanted for a long time. If you decide that you don't want to play that game, that's fine, and I won't judge you. I'll just play it with other people. But I would like to play it with you, and I would like to pick your brain about it, see what you think about all the tactics and strategy. Maybe talk about some 40k while we're at it, since I'm jumping back on that train, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in my Discord, the link for which is in the description, you can go scroll up a little bit and see some of my models that I painted. I found them. I found the old models. And they were painted, and I was happy. I have a lot to paint, though. Like, literally 150 orcs that need a paint job on them. And it will happen eventually. Oh, it's Snagga. We got Snagga up in here. It's your boy. Hello, my dude. Are you hearing all of my clicks as extraordinarily loud? If that's true, then I'm sorry. My microphone is directly above my clicking hand. I was just saying how you are missed. I already have an energy gem, so I don't need another one. No clicking heard. Miranda's telling me everything I want to hear. All night long. That didn't sound the way that it was supposed to, but yeah. Son of a bitch! How can she slap? Oh, wow. I love when they ult before the enemies are even on the screen and you're just like, I guess everything's dead. I guess mission accomplished. Bring the troops home. Yeah, take that, you traps. That's the last time I get shot by you. And your shenanigans. You woke up just 5 to 10 minutes before work? Not good. Not good. But you're gonna have a great day today. I have willed this into existence. I have demanded it. We're gonna be talking a lot, Snagga, about models. Because I need to build up excitement around my hobby. I need to have homeboys to talk to about the thing I like. And I have appointed you as one of the homeboys. I hope that's okay. Oh, the itis. I got the itis. I need some Robitussin. I don't even know what Robitussin does, if I'm being honest. Is that for coughing? Is it for headaches? Supermodels. Brent P says, don't forget to like. My man. What game should Decram get downloading? What were we talking about? We were talking about For the King 2, Raven's Watch, and Demio. And I feel like there was one more. Tiny Tina? So, could be any one of those. Richardson Scott in here. There's a friendly face. Always happy to see you. I hear somebody yelling. Hold on. Well, I have a feeling that Zelda's going to be coming down here any minute. Probably saying she's hungry. Man, why am I still coughing? Why am I still sick? Is it because I'm saying that we should all love each other and take care of each other and not be jerks? Is that why I deserve this, guys? Universe, why have you forsaken me? Have I checked out Rogue Trader? I have considered it. I have considered it. I have heard good things, for sure. Zelda yelled, "Mommy." Mommy's not home right now, so she was probably yelling for any adult. But she also does that when she doesn't need anything, so it's not like... I don't think she's in trouble. She just wants something. And that's kids for you. Fine, I'll buy it. It's fine. Hold on. I nailed it. She wanted a snack. She's a snacky girl. Raji, thank you. It is good to be missed. I am, I gotta say I'm having a really good time streaming. And I'm sure that makes Miranda happy because I have not had exclusively positive things to say about the game and my experience with it so far, but when I'm hanging out with you guys and when we're just talking and strategizing and figuring stuff out, I really do have a good time. So maybe I just need to focus more on the stuff that I really enjoy and then ignore all the parts that I don't like. What if I tried that for a change? I would love to try that. I'm not going to actually be able to ignore it, but but at least if I can vent about it to my people, then that helps. Snagga says Rogue Trader is supposed to be the goods. Grace Highland is a model that looks like a supermodel, says Richardson Scott. You know what? I don't know if I know any models' names. I used to know Kathy Ireland. That's her name. Now the gray in my beard makes sense, doesn't it? Because I'm the oldest man alive. I actually, as soon as I said that, I started crumbling to dust. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I'm definitely crumbling to dust. Oh my lord, look at the boom! Which one of y'all kicked me in the face? Male Akuna. Strong boy. He's a strong boy. We never got to see if the female Akuna was doing anything useful because... Oh, the attack speed actually could have been really good there. Because everything's dead before she can even do anything. Poor, useless female Akuna. Potion of Rage. Oh my lord. It only took to level 21. Now we can really be zooming. A zoom, zoom, let me say well. So now that we have a couple more people in the chat, what do you think about the music in the background? Is that a thing I should continue to do? I'm vibing, personally. As the kids say, I am vibing. I have enjoyed this mix, and I might even save it. The chin snacks. Demio is currently downloading. Snap! Well, I'm gonna be a happy boy then. I've been wanting to play that game. I have been really wanting to play that game. Sarah Fursberg. Man, I'm just saying, if you're a model named Sarah Fursberg and people aren't calling you Sarah Furburger, there's a missed opportunity. Is it polite to do that? No. Is it a little bit sexist? Correct. But is it funny? I would say it is. It is funny. Compared to Baldur's Gate 3, Snagga, how good is Rogue Trader? Obviously, Baldur's Gate 3 is probably a 9 or a 10 for most people that would score the game that are actually into that genre. I don't expect it to be better than that. I don't expect it to be as good as that. But is it close to being as good as that? Run him solo? Alright, I'll put him in there solo here and there. Alright, he's got it. Wasn't quite enough to get the auto kill. Not quite enough. It is close to that good. That's impressive. I must say, that is impressive. I don't know why I'm clicking on these. I don't need them. I don't need it. That would not be necessary, my friend. I didn't see any answers about the music. Miranda loves the music. There we go. Somebody likes it. It doesn't polish the flesh quite as good as BG3. That's a weird thing to say, Snagga. I can't believe you said those exact words in that order. Right here in public in front of everybody. That was very surprising. Tremendously surprising. Decram wanted the answer to that question as well. Yeah, I think Rogue Trader will definitely be a game that we play, Decram. I think that's going to be the way. Sweetie, you can't be over here if you took off your clothes. You gotta go that way. You can't do it. No. No. Alright. Jesus. Zelda Rose.
What?
I can't let people see you like that. Go over there. You're not supposed to come down here like that. What do you need, babe? You need help logging in? I can help you log in.
Yeah, but we already got the app, and I already got to play it without logging in.
Unable to log you in. Oh, I think I typed it wrong. Everybody makes mistakes, sweetie, including your daddy. Did you know that?
Yep.
It's okay to make mistakes, though. What do we do if you make a mistake?
Keep on trying and never give up.
Keep on trying, never give up. That's right. I love you, sweetie.
Even if you lose something very hard for you. But not for
That's my
someone
girl.
else.
That is my girl. Sweetie, you didn't close my door. It's gonna get so cold. Look at him go. He's just too strong. He doesn't even need a team. Why am I picking things up? Why would I bother? Wow, we did it. Why do I look at her? I do that all the time. Oh yeah. This is what we play for. We're getting so intimate right now. Do you feel it? Nice. So the music is working out. People are a fan. That makes me happy. Alright, now let's go. Let's go pump this lady. I've got some plans for us too. And they involve pumping you silly. Full of all of the intimacy items. And nothing weird or untoward, as they say. That's a lot of intimacy. We're so close. We're so close. Oh man. I need more. Yeah, my kids, they just, the reason is because they have very comfy blankets and they say that they want to feel the blankets against their skin rather than having boring clothes on. And I don't care around the house as long as they got, like, actual underwear on and they're not just being actual savages. I can deal with that. But not around people. You gotta be a little more responsible around people. Oh, look at that. Get in there, you beautiful Trevane lady. I appreciate you. Doing the do. Kids, they really can be savages. They can do it. And they like doing it as far as I can tell. Being savages, that is. I should have restarted my expeditions before I did that. What a mistake. You know what's funny is I try to teach my kids that it's okay to make mistakes. And then if I make a mistake, I absolutely beat myself to death over it. Yeah, I suppose I should probably take my own advice a little bit on that one. But you know what? I want to be able to acknowledge my own failings and then help my kids to not suffer from those failings. And I think that's about the best you can do as a parent. I don't know. I'm trying, dog. I'm trying. Snagga says he's walking through the shops. Oh, yeah. That's rough. That's rough if your niece is doing that. My kids, they know a little better than that. Oh my god, I'm freezing because she left my door open. I'll be right back. It's me. It's your boy, Skinny Penis. Sorry, that's a Vine. I'm pretty sure, a Vine. I did not make that up. It is not mine. So therefore, I can't be punished for this. Oh man, it's the conch of truth. Hey, female Devala, come over here and let me blow on that conch of truth. Wow. I'm disappointed in all of us for that one. Your partner said they'd have to improve to only be savage. That is fair. That is extremely fair. You dish it out as the fun aunt. Aunt. How do you guys say it? Do you say aunt or aunt? Gotta be able to take it. That's true. That is true. Alright. The old prize draw. Oh look, you could get all of this stuff. All you have to do is spend money. All you have to do is gamble. Just gamble now. Give us money. Ask questions later. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just give us the money now. What? They come up with all this random bullshit, but they can't fix the game. What? Who cares about this? Alright, let's see if we can do some work in the old Eyes of the Abyss. Brent, I don't know if they let you say cunt, but I don't care. I don't care at all. Look, my streams are not for kids. I know my kid keeps popping in and saying hi, but I'm not here to tell you what to say. You live your life. You talk how you want to talk. That is your pierogi, as they say. That's what they say, right? Oh, did I forget to put in my Oh. I see. I forgot to click save roster. Oh, and then now I need a tank in that squad. RIP. Well, it's fine. Everything bad happens to me. We all know that. So it's fine. Nothing to worry about. Oh, sad. I guess I'm gonna get rid of her and just put in a random. Maybe we'll go for the shields. It's fine. And then I guess on this rando team, we'll get rid of her and put in her, and everything's gonna be great. We're gonna really nail it. That's what we're doing. I will 2 times it just because it's so long and veiny. Why do I have Everspring? I'm on a new server, so events always get messed up. I'm sure they timed them that way on purpose, but you see her have her orange shield? See the fire shield here? That means she's starting to double up, and I think she just gave herself a second one. If she did do that, then she's going to be strong if she can stay... Oh, fuck. Well, if she could have stayed alive, it would have been strong. That's why I really want to get a female Galabar on the team. I would use that instead of the Ugrel, and then my team would be pretty much ideal for the build that I'm going for. This game is not for free-to-play players. I mean, sure. It's not designed for free-to-play players, but it's not like you can't be successful as a free-to-play player. And I would say that if you are telling people that they're playing wrong by being free-to-play, then you would be the person who is making a mistake and not them. But I'm not sure that that's what you're saying, so... That's just my opinion. That's my 2 cents on the matter. Why didn't I look at the stats? What have I done? Oh, why have I done this? Mistakes were made. That's alright. We have another shot. What server am I in? I think it's 1578. The longer you play this game, the more accessible it is to free-to-play. But you just have to be okay with the fact that you're going to be missing a lot of the newer stuff. That's just the way it is. Alright, this time we're going to actually click on the stats and try to see some numbers. I also want to count the health doubling. That's 1. Come on, baby, you could get another. I'm not sure if she got another one or not. There's 2. That's for sure 2 right there. Damn it! Right when it gets spicy. That's why I need that Galabar in there. She could be saving us all from this imminent destruction. But instead, we're stuck with second best. And of course, I don't have any traits correct on any of my characters right now. The account is too new. You like collecting baseball cards, but instead of baseball, it's models. That sounds ideal. Would have won with female Lionstone? Probably. I guess I wasn't allowed to see my reward, or my damage. Maybe they just don't allow it for this game mode. But I know she was pumping. I know she was doing it. Is M. Lux relevant? I mean, he's pretty much never relevant. I know you're joking, but you could theoretically use him if you really, really wanted to, but he's always going to be a bad option. Always. Oh, I got a stone. Why did that say it gave me 2 when it said it was going to give me 1? What happened there? Look at how hard they're trying to sell this bitch. Look at how many ways you can spend money to get Devala stuff. It's almost like they know that the internet believes that female Devala is extremely overpowered. It's almost like they know that, and so they just keep putting all of these ways that you can spend inordinate amounts of money. I mean, if people want to spend, they can spend. It's not my job to tell them not to do that. But I think it's kind of a waste. Kind of a waste. Well, okay. Everybody's gonna say stuff like, she used to be overpowered. But you're talking about, unless I'm missing something, and I probably am, you'd be talking about the Bloodcraft legend that counters her pretty hard, and the Bulko guy that doesn't let her ult for a while so she can't save her own life like she usually does. And with those two things, she's not quite as good. But what you're not mentioning when you talk about those two things is that only the top players in the game have those two things, and most of the people that you play against, unless you're on a server where you exclusively play against those people, most people that you play against don't have those things or aren't using those things, and it's just not relevant. Like 95% of the time, she's still going to be just as good as she always was. But if you just have to know that you look at the enemy team and you go, oh, they're directly countering me, I won't do that anymore. Or if you're in the arena and you're like, oh, I've seen this guy before, I fought him before, I know he uses Bulko, I won't use her in this fight. That doesn't mean that she's bad. It means you have to use strategy and know what you're getting yourself into and avoid the counters that are coming, just like you have to do with any other champion if you really want to play at a top level. But people don't usually do that. They just want a team that they can set down and put it in an order and say, well, this is my team forever, and they're always going to be in the same positions, and then I'll just always win. But that's not the way that the game is. So I don't think that she's less good. I think that there's more to be aware of. And there are times when she's less good. I think that's fair to say. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm vastly out of line. You decide. I think I normally would take this to 5. And I think that's probably still what I'm going to do. Why are you not in there, you silly son of a bean? I can't believe you've done this. This guy. Alright, so should I try to summon for Devalas or should I just skip it? Should I just not give a flying frick? Oh yeah, and then these things. I almost forgot about the masks you can buy. All the things you can buy, guys. You gotta buy them. I don't really have enough to... That's pretty funny looking. I don't really have enough to summon. I'd have like a couple of stones. But it might be fun just to do a YOLO. It's only 4 stones. You love Kargs? And oh, my chat is like in the way of that a little bit. You want to love the hybrid, but you don't? Well, I haven't looked at that hybrid at all. Not at all. Maybe I should. She looks pretty cool. Ah, dang it. I didn't want to back out the whole way. Let's have a read. All of the caster's debuffs are removed, except for unremovable ones, when the damage taken is higher than 10% of the caster's max constitution in the following 4 seconds. The caster becomes immune to control effects and reduces damage taken by 80%. This effect can't be removed and has a cooldown of 6 seconds. So that's kind of good. I mean, it's a pretty strong passive overall. I think most people would agree. Part of the problem is that control immunity just got way worse because the Akunas go right through it. So I don't know if there's other dudes that go right through it as well, but your nice passive is pretty instantly negated, which is unfortunate. She swings her long sword continuously, knocking back enemies in the front, dealing damage equal to 750% of the caster's strength. The last strike lands a straight line critical hit. That's pretty good. Dealing damage equal to 500% of the caster's strength, restoring their constitution for 40% of the damage dealt. Enemies hit cannot restore energy in the following 4 seconds. That's really strong. That ability is super strong. The problem with that ability is that knockbacks in general are very disruptive for your own team. So if you're playing somebody who's got knockbacks, especially if they've got a series of knockbacks, you don't want to be relying on people that are doing melee combat. You really want to be relying on people who are doing ranged combat, and you especially want to be doing ranged combat where the AoE damage that you're doing is not specifically targeted on the ground. If you're targeting a line attack or a circle attack or anything like that, she's very likely to knock people out of it, and then you're reducing the damage that your team does, and if that happens and it costs you an ultimate or two, she is immediately useless and you do not want her on your team. So if you're going to put her on a team, I would say that Male Akuna is probably still a good pairing with her because his ult hits everybody, and because his line attack, it stays long term, and it's nice and big. So even if you're knocking people around, you're still kind of likely to keep them in there. People like Male Aeson that do all of their damage in one big ult, but the ult doesn't care where people are standing, are still very good with that. People like Male Samir that are going to be trying to group everybody up, and then you're moving them around everywhere and knocking them around, that's going to be a little less good, in my opinion, especially with Male Samir, because he's already moving everybody really far back, and then you're knocking him back even farther. Now your ranged people are having to stop what they're doing and move up. Better would be, as a second tanky person, somebody like the Male Dravapala, because I still think that you want to group enemies up with this. Your swings that are going to be hitting in the front and then doing the crit line attack, I think you want to probably have everybody grouped up for that. So Male Dravapala is probably pretty good with her for that reason alone. But I should probably read her active skill. Male Askavarg, I don't know anything about that guy yet. I have not committed to memory all of the stuff that all of the newer people do. Which I'm going to work on, but I had to do a stream like this to get myself back into having a desire for the game, because when all you're looking at is negative comments in the forums and negative actions by Goat Games, it can be a little disheartening. But hanging out with you guys is a great deal of fun, so that inspires me to continue to grow and learn. Alright, active skill. Slashes 3 times at all enemy champions in the front, dealing damage equal to 530% of the caster's strength. The last slash also lowers the target's energy by 300. Enemies hit cannot restore energy for the next 4 seconds. So she's going to do this attack, which keeps somebody from restoring energy for 4 seconds. And then she's going to do this, like 4 or 5 seconds later, which also makes them not restore energy for 4 seconds. And very quickly after that, she'll be doing another one of her active skill. And if all of those are on the same target, you're just shutting somebody down in terms of using their abilities. That's pretty strong. Especially, ladies and gentlemen, if you have somebody in your server that you hate playing against and they're spamming female Lionstone and that's getting you every time because you don't know how to counter it, keep her from getting any energy. That would probably work. That would probably work. I can't say for sure that it would be enough with just her, but it's pretty strong. I think she seems like a good, solid tank. The problem is that the Bloodcraft Legends are very expensive. So the only thing that makes her not good is that Bloodcraft Legends are very expensive. So if you're targeting one of them and specifically getting one of them, then if you love this character, you should get them and they will be good. You can use them on a team and you can make them very effective. This is not the strongest Bloodcraft Legend that I have read out of all of them. I haven't read all of them, but I do think there are other ones that will probably perform a little bit better if you're just looking to do the most powerful thing that you can do. But if you love this character, then you should get the character and you should play how you want to play and have fun, and they will be very good. And if people hate on you for getting it, you should tell them to go to the adult bookstore and buy a dildo so they can go fuck themselves, because it's your game and you should have fun how you want to have fun, and you are not hurting your account by choosing this Bloodcraft Legend. They are very strong. If you're doing this, then having teammates that are also trying to do some form of energy control or stunning people, because stunning people is energy control. If they're not attacking, they're not gaining as much energy. They're still going to gain some, but not as much. So I might pair that with a bunch of stuns, and I would focus on people who are not doing specific ground targeted attacks. And like I said, I probably would, in this rare instance, avoid male Samir, because I think that pushing people all the way to the back and then knocking them back more and then pushing them back more with the male Samir again is going to get a bit outrageous a little too quickly. It's not like it can't work. It certainly could work. I just don't think it will be the best combo. Do I want to read the rest of them now? I got a little bit of time. I don't have a lot of time, but I got a little bit. My neck hurts so freaking bad right now. Probably because I'm not sitting right. Does that look funny when I stick my boobies out? Sorry, I wasn't looking at myself this whole time, and now I caught myself in the view, and I just want to make sure I don't look like a total dumb idiot. That's all. All right, so I've read those two. I have not read. I think I read Zyston. He's the super tanky boy, right? Pretty sure I read Ashmane actually. But these other two I have not. So let's see what we got here. Well, she looks cool. She looks cool. The only pandas content. Yeah, don't go getting too spiced up just because I stuck my boobies out a little bit. They're not even nice boobies. This is likely to be your next whatever guy. Legend. Looking forward to the summoning streams. I will hopefully be borrowing people's accounts to do summoning streams on every new clan, because I won't be able to afford to summon them all myself. Not even close. Snaga says he just showered and now he needs another one. My man. Alright. Passive skill. When an enemy champion's constitution drops below 50%, the champion teleports behind them and hunts them down until they die. During this, the caster takes 35% less damage from other enemies, becoming immune to control skills and ignores fortitude when dealing damage. Each normal attack increases the caster's attack speed by 20% to a max of 200%, And while pursuing, the target's energy recovery is decreased by 60%. And the caster will recover 25% of max constitution when they kill the target. So that's pretty good. And people might think that they want... I'm not sure... It depends on how the calculation works, whether or not you want agile on this character. Because if this is just tacked on at the end, then that's great. But if they're saying it's a maximum of 200% from all bonuses, then it wouldn't be good. I assume that agile is probably going to work in a way where it's good. But we'll see the rest of the skills here to see if that's actually the case. Shield Flash. Create a 6-second lightning shield that blocks damage equal to 15% of the caster's max constitution. When the shield is active, it releases lightning at nearby enemies, dealing a whole shitload of damage. Wow, that's a lot. If the shield is broken by the enemy, all nearby enemies are stunned for 2 seconds. That's really good. That's really good, and this is the sort of ability where we talk a lot about how honorable and energetic are useful and better in certain situations, where energetic is just always the best choice until you start doing things like a ton of shields and a ton of healing. And in those situations, honorable can become better. It does take... Sometimes just one healer isn't enough to make honorable better, by the way. Some people don't realize that, but that is true. On this character, you will exclusively choose energetic over honorable because it's increasing this shield that you keep putting on yourself. And I think that that's pretty important to do. Because that's a very strong shield. And if you can make that shield stronger, you're probably gaining more than you would have gained from the difference of honorable. Maybe some testing is required on that, but that's my initial impressions. Oh, Snagga, you're allowed to be late. You'll do a great job at work, though. And thanks for stopping by, homie. I was very happy to see you here today. Alright, ultimate time. Sword Dance! Shoot a ring of daggers. Why is it called Sword Dance, then, you dumb son of a bitch? How about shoots a ring of swords around? Dealing damage equal to 700% of the caster's strength. Enemies affected by the swords will have 25% more chance to take critical hits in the next 6 seconds after the daggers fan out. They will spin for 1 second before attacking the current target. Then deal damage equal to 300% of the caster's strength. So, the spinning part of that, if it's possible to do damage to people who are just standing there, then that's really cool. Otherwise, it's whatever. It's just flashy. Probably it could do some damage, I would hope. I would hope so. Now, making people take critical hits more often could be very strong. And there are people like the male Elzadeth, who is already underrated. I'm not saying he's the best guy in the game. Don't get me wrong. He's not the best guy in the game. He's not the best hunter in the game. But there are situations where he might be very strong, and he would work very well with this character. It would be interesting to see how that would play out. Because he does extra critical damage, and that could add up real fast. So the spinning around daggers are probably pretty strong. I would say that this is probably a very good character. I'm not sure that it provides a specific unique thing that makes it worth being the one Bloodcraft legend that you get. So if you're going for your first one, again, I need to read them all. But I would say if you're going for your first one, so far, the Phoenix is the one, in my opinion, that just gives you the most access to things that you don't get in other places. Or that it's hard to find in other places. Damn it. Okay, love you, bye, Snagga. I'm sure I missed him already, but he knows. He knows. So, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I think that Phoenix is, out of the ones that I've read, Probably the most likely to be the best first purchase of a Bloodcraft Legend. Decram says wrong. He knows. The strength on this character is not low, but it's not like impressively high. It is not impressively high. The health on this character kind of is impressively high, considering that they have so many ways to stop taking damage or reduce the damage they're taking, and since they do rogue things. So this person is chilling, doing all the rogue things that a squishy rogue should be doing, yet they have a shitload of health. This guy starts with 15 million, plus all the defensives, keep that in mind. And if we go look at one of our other rogues, sure, we'll start with the basic one. This guy's got 11 million. So that's a considerable difference. Now maybe they've started getting more in the future releases, so I will go look at that and see what we got going down. I guess Hyrule is 14 million, so it's not completely out of the realm of being normal. And these are also 14 million. So still considerably higher than your average rogues, even higher than your tanky rogues, and still doing crazy rogue things. So I would say, if you're looking for that rogue guy, also very strong. What would I pair it with? I would want to have the Stone Thrower clan trait. I would want to have Agile on this character. I definitely want Energetic on this character. A lot of people who are using this who get to the point where they have this available to them are probably fighting against Bulko a lot. And that means that running Focused is not going to be good. So we're not going to take Focused. I wonder if just going for Brutal, Energetic, Aggressive, and Steadfast could be good, and you just skip the Agile and play more into doing big skills, because the skill percentages, these percentages are pretty strong. So it might be that buffing that is better. I don't know. I like that character and I would like to test them. I don't have a definitive answer on what's good on that yet, or who they work well with. The problem, okay, so like they definitely have an ultimate that says I want everything grouped up. And they have an active skill that says I want everything grouped up. So that for sure on that character is something that you want to do. You need to... my hands just farted. Did you hear it? I can't do it again. I was doing this. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's a new skill unlocked. Are we having fun? Are we having fun? Yeah, so I think that grouping people up is very important on that character for both of those reasons. This is... we get real stupid on these streams sometimes. Alright, I'm going to talk about this one real quick, and then that'll be the end of the stream. Enemies who receive the caster's damage have their damage taken increased by 25%, reducing the recovery effect by 100% for 3 seconds. The recovery effect, what do they mean by recovery effect? Do they mean energy recovery, or do they mean health recovery? Do they mean that that's reducing healing? Like, I'm not super clear on what they're saying. You'll never get this one? Is it because it's a thirst trap? Inuyasha Naruto looking thing? Is that why, or is it just bad? Cast a 5-second Bless effect upon the caster and a random ally. The effect increases strength and resistance by 20% and recovers a total of 300 energy. In Divine Presence status, cast Motivated instead, which increases damage dealt and strength resistance by 30% and 20% respectively. I mean, that seems kind of weak. I would say that seems kind of weak. I'm not saying that it's not good at all, but that seems kind of weak. Please do tell me how pay to win this character is. I would, you know, I love to hear that shit. Gross. Well, I'm glad she's not good so far. Yorkie, hello. Danny Cribb, what's up? He paid over $600 to get it. That is unfortunate. I'll say that her passive is good. I don't think this active skill is very good. Compared to the one that we just read, where you get a 15% damage reduction and then you explode on everybody around you for 600% of your damage. Like, getting the 300 energy is nice, and getting to ults faster is nice. But the people who are using this are playing against and using themselves the Bulko thing, so getting this extra energy, not super relevant for them. And that's one of the things that's annoying to me, is everybody talks about the Bulko thing as a reason to just, oh, ignore this character completely, or don't even unlock Focused because everybody uses Bulko. No, the fuck they don't. Not everybody uses Bulko, not everybody has access to it, not everybody paid to get it, and some of the people that did have a worse version of it anyway that's basically useless. So don't listen to the people that are basing everything on only the top players all the time. That is just foolish and bad. But in a situation like this, where they probably are fighting that all the time, you should be taking that into consideration when you're considering whether this character is good or doo-doo butts. Alright. Hopefully they knock my socks off with the ult here. Permanently enters Divine Presence status. Upon casting, and instantly moves behind the weakest enemy. Wrath can be gained in Divine Presence status. The caster can consume 1 Wrath to replace normal attacks with 3 quick attacks, dealing damage equivalent to 800% of strength. That's pretty good. And recovering Constitution equal to 80% of the damage dealt. That's very good. When casting quick attacks, the caster gains immunity against control effects and has a 75% chance to ignore enemies' strength, resistance, and fortitude. That's pretty good. Each cast gains 5 Wrath. When an enemy dies or casts ultimates during the Divine Presence, the caster also gains 1 Wrath. So that's pretty good. Honestly, it is pretty good. Using 1 Wrath to do all of that extra, I can see why the point of her is to get into her ultimate quickly. Because she wants to be there as often as possible. As often as possible. Each cast gains 5 Wrath. Does that mean each cast of this skill gains 5 Wrath, or does that mean each cast of any skill that she does? For instance, if she does her active skill, does she again get 5 Wrath, or is it just that she starts with it when she does this ult? That's an important distinction. That takes her from being like, this is pretty good, to wildly overpowered. if her active skill also does it. The fact that other people's ult... Okay, so... this is another thing. Does it say how long Divine Presence lasts? I don't remember reading that in here. Does it just last until it's not there anymore? Like you use up your Wrath and it's gone? Because here's the problem. If you get 1 Wrath for people doing ultimates in Divine Presence, but your active skill is giving you this bonus 300 energy, right? Now you're way ahead of everybody else casting ultimates, and you're likely out of this state by the time they're doing it, and this part of it means very little. Maybe it lasts long enough that that's not a problem. I can't say for sure, I don't have the character, but... yeah, I don't know. She seems like she's pay to win and really good. I was not impressed with the active skill, but when you combine it with all the other stuff, she's pretty overpowered. Pretty overpowered, and probably extremely not worth the costs in any way, shape, or form. And you should just go buy yourself a brand new gaming console or like a Quest 3 or something, and not spend $600 on this one animated character in a video game. That's my take on that one. I hope you'll mostly agree with that. I don't get the whales, man. I don't want to talk bad about people, and I don't want to judge people. I'm just saying that I don't understand it. Maybe I just don't have the level of income where I could spend thousands of dollars on a phone game and just be fine with it. Maybe I don't know what that's like. That's fine. But it's just so weird to me. It's so weird to me to do that. Yep, Decram, we're doing this shit. It is time for me to hit the bricks. We'll take you into the just chatting mode so that I can bid thee farewell. I want to thank everybody for coming out because I was not feeling super happy about the game or anything in life in general. And I really, truly, for the past, 2.5 hours now, I had a really good time. And that makes me excited to do more content and to do more streams. And I think that I just need to focus on staying in that space and staying happy about it. And people need to stop talking mad shit to me because they piss me off. And it makes me think, like, what is the point? I can't even get through to these people. They don't want to listen. They're not happy to see me. But, you know, maybe that's not actually true. And it's all in my head. That happens. But for now, I want to thank you guys for watching. I have been Rage Panda 1, and I will see you in the next one.